everyone, today I'm going to be showing you a little tutorial about how to do your makeup for your passport photo. Now you may be asking why is that so important? Well, your passport photo is extremely important because it is part of the reason why you can get in and out of countries. You obviously need to look like yourself in your passport photo. So that means it's not a glamour shot. As much as you would love to really dress yourself up and do, super amount of contouring and make yourself look like, you just walked off a runway or out of a magazine, that's not a good idea, because when you are coming through, think about it. When you go on a plane, I don't know about you. I know it's changed with COVID, but I am not wearing a full face of makeup, because usually what I do is I put on a face mask, and not this kind, although that is obviously what we were wearing, but the air in an airplane can be super drying, and you do not want a ton of makeup on your face. Then you're going to be going through immigration, and you're not going to have that ton of makeup on your face that you may have put on in your passport photo. So that's just something to think about. Obviously, you want to look like yourself when you're going through, when you have your passport photo and you're going through immigration. You do not want immigration look at you and saying, this doesn't look like you. That's just embarrassing. Okay, so we're going to get started. So this is kind of a tutorial where, yes, you are wearing makeup. You want to, you do want to look your best. I understand that, but maybe not Kardashian best, which I don't even think that's good anyways. Here we go. So I've already put on my concealer, which is the Nars Radiant Creamy Concealer, my favorite. It's great if, you have some darkness underneath your eyes. As mother of a 2, almost 3-year-old, I definitely have that. I also started with my favorite Embryollise, the Lait-Creme Concentrate. This is my primer. So that, and then Nars, and then I did my eyebrows with the Anastasia Brow Wiz. I have, blondish hair, so my color is taupe. Now we're going to get started with some eye makeup. So this is the Tom Ford Eye Color Quad in color 3, which is Nude Dip. You can kind of see, well, I'll take this out. Oh, there I am. Kind of an inception thing going on here. You can see the colors. So I am going to start with an all over eye color with this color right here. It's kind of my base color. And I'm just gonna lightly put that from my eyelashes all the way up to my brow. And again, you're not trying to do like your wedding makeup. All right, making sure that's blended. And again, this obviously is a little different for everybody because different colorings and everything. I'm just giving you an idea of what I do. And then I'm going to use this color in the crease, kind of a grayish metallic-y brown, just to give a little depth. And drag it almost to maybe center of the eyelid, so right where around your iris would be, and then smoke it out. By the way, I'm not a makeup artist at all. Then I would take the darkest shade here and take my little stipple brush. I forget what they call this, and it's so old I've worn off the name of it, and I just put that right in the crease to again emphasize a little bit more depth here, emphasize the eye shape. Okay, and then I will also put a little, you don't want to do a ton underneath your eye, just a little. It also helps to emphasize those little lower lashes. And then sometimes what I'll do is I'll drag it up just a little bit so that it kind of connects with the work I've already done on my upper lash. And then to finish off, I use the real shimmery pinky tone. As you can tell, pink is my color. All right. So now my eyes just kind of look a little bit more awake, a little more defined. And then I love a cat eye. Again, you don't have to go super crazy on this because, again, you're traveling. Be kind to yourself when traveling. It can be tough on the body and on the skin. So, just so you can see. Also, this is usually, just because I'm talking through this, is usually a much quicker process. All right. Always got to have an equal cat eye. Okay. So there you go. There's your cat eye. Now, oh, and that's with the Stila Stay All Day Waterproof Liquid Liner in Intense Black. So now this is my favorite Luminous Silk. I used this when I was on TV as a news anchor and reporter, and it was my favorite. I always put just a little bit on my hand and then my brush. And so that's the Luminous foundation from Armani. Many actresses and news anchors wear this stuff because it has that luminous finish, so you don't look super cakey. All right, now, just because I find that I'm not the most sure-handed with my eyeshadow, I always, after I've done with my concealer, I put a little bit more of my Nars on. I just put like a little dab. You don't want to put a ton on. But this just helps me, especially when I'm traveling and I don't necessarily have like a sink in front of me to be wiping away any, you know, eyeshadow that may have fallen or eyeliner that may have gotten out of hand, which it does. I'm just using my hands, which is what I did when I put my concealer on before, to really blend that in. Can also help you with your eyeshadow line, give a little highbrow to your brow line. Okay, so now this is kind of my base face with my eye. I love this Hoola bronzer. I've been using it for years. I don't use the brush that comes with it. I use a little powder brush. And this is actually a Pro Mini Flawless Light Powder. I don't even know if they sell it anymore from Sephora. And really, I know it's weird, but I put bronzer kind of all over my face. Not a ton. Because again, I want to look like me. All right. And then for your blush, I love the Hourglass Ambient. This is Blush Lumiere. I think that's the shade. And you can see it's got some luminous powder in there. So I use my little blush brush. And then I just put it on the apples, kind of brushing out. I'm going to do the little fishy face. All right. Now, if you want to do a little bit of contouring, I don't blame you. Just don't go crazy. This is the Kevyn, I don't know if I'm saying this right, Kevyn Aucoin. It's a miniature set. And I just take my regular bronzer blush. She's got the darker color here, and I brush that underneath my brow bone. Not my brow bone, my cheekbone. And then a little up here. And then for next to the nose, just to slim the nose a little down. And then I take the lighter shade and I just put a dab. Again, I'm using mostly my fingers when it comes, I mean, I've got a brush set, but when it comes to this kind of thing, I mostly use my fingers. I don't know if that's the right thing to do, but it works for me. And that's, I think, most important. So now here I go. I've got most of my face done. I'll put this on my brows to keep them in place, just so none of the brow pencil comes out and they stay in shape. And my Rare Beauty This is new to me, a new product, but I love it. It's their mascara, and it is fantastic. Let's brush a little. I don't have eyelash extensions at all, and I find that this gives me a really full eyelash, but still looks very natural. Okay, so there you go. This is my makeup for my passport. It does not look super retouched or unlike me. It's just natural with a little bit of an emphasis on the eye. So it's got a little eye shape, a little bit of contouring slightly. But again, nobody is going to look at me when I go through immigration and ask me, who the heck are you? This doesn't look like you. So I hope that this helps. If you have any questions about the products that I've used or want any inspiration or help on your passport photo makeup or any other questions about travel, please feel free to DM me. Thanks. And I almost forget. Never forget a little lip color. Although I know most of us are going through with our masks on these days. So I found a really great little, more like a hydrating lipstick. It's Tarte. This is the nude shade. And I just like, it just gives me a little bit of color. Again, this is going to be depending on your skin tone, your lip color, all this kind of stuff, but I find that that works. And that's, again, that's just super natural, and it gives me an extra little added touch, a little shine. So, all right, now you can go. That is your Instagram, IGTV passport photo tutorial. So I hope it's been helpful.